Hi, I'm Amy, this is The Opinionated Woman, and today we're talking about Storygraph. What is Storygraph, you may ask? I was asking myself that same thing until I saw this video ping, that Jacqueline made. I will link it in the description box down below. She just made a nice live video setting up Storygraph and bringing to my attention that there is an alternative to Goodreads, because until that video I didn't realize that Goodreads is owned by Amazon. So I'm trying in many different facets of my life to try and de-Amazonify or de-big corporationify, these are not good words, my life. So for example, Audible, also owned by Amazon. I don't use that service anymore. I use Script, but there are a lot of different audiobook alternatives. Oh, another convenient plug. Pretty Bookish did a video about this exact topic. I will link her down below as well, another South African booktuber. So she gives a lot of really good alternatives to Audible, because actually Audible is not even the best value for your money. Even if you don't like the Script setup, there are better ways to go. Anyway, this video is about Storygraph. So Storygraph is a better than Goodreads app and website in just about every way, shape or form, but I will get into that a little bit later. So Storygraph is owned by a woman called Nadia Adunayo. It's a small business. It is a Black woman-owned business. You should follow Nadia and Storygraph on Instagram. I'll put the links down below. I'm gonna have to now swap out all my Goodreads links in every video. Never mind, that's future Amy's problem. So obviously this is a huge plus, like a nice small owned business. You know, we're supporting Black owned businesses, we're supporting women owned businesses. And I want to put my reading, my passion onto a platform that is not supporting a company that treats their employees like shit, basically. I did a little bit of a voiceover of how to set it up on your computer. It's just a condensed version of how Jacqueline did it. And then after that, because I find I use Goodreads most often on my phone. So I'll be watching a booktube video and then I'll hear a book that sounds like right up my alley. I'll put it in my phone, you know, and I saw that I checked on my Google Play Store, they didn't have an app. So I was like, damn it, that sucks. But they do have an app, and I will be showing you how to install that app completely safely and everything. So let's get into the installation, and then we will come back to me and I will tell you about all of the benefits that I find through Storygraph and why you should make the change. Enjoy. Let's set up Storygraph. So as you come into Storygraph, when you're going to set up your account, it'll come up with all of this. I don't need to read it to you. All you click is export my Goodreads library and it will take you into a new window. So I've already done that. So then all you do is click on that your export, click on it, and it'll download for you. The magic of the internet. Then you go back, choose your file, add that file that you just downloaded, and everything is tickety-boo. It comes up with a notification that does tell you it will take around about 24 hours. It probably took about half that for me. So it just changes anything that you tag that's different from Goodreads and makes it into a different name for you. And then you can go and set up your reading preferences. So it gives you a little survey to follow. I'm just going to speed through this. You don't really need to see mine. It's really in-depth and great how it goes through genres. It goes through things that you enjoy about reading. So like here, I'm just picking, I think it says you can have 5, which I was really struggling. I realized I missed out gender completely. So characteristics in a book, whether you want it to be plot heavy, you can go through moods, like whatever, like atmosphere you're looking for. You specify genres that you are not interested, which I'm doing now. Anything to do with business, because I am not business inclined. I find it incredibly boring to read about. Religion also doesn't really work for me. So yeah, any turn-offs in a book, which is amazing. And then yeah, I just ignored that for now. Then this is where you can literally just like free write in anything that you like in books. And I was really stuck. I feel like I could have put so much stuff in here. There were so many pauses that I had to edit out of here. But yeah, and I couldn't even spell. But yeah, so this is just me showing my currently reading shelf. So these two books at the top I finished. So quick as you like, same as Goodreads really. Just move it from your currently reading to your read shelf. And then I can add in the book that I'm reading right now, the audiobook at least. And there she is. Quick as you like, currently reading. Dunzos. So when you go into your Storygraph, like there you go, you see you're currently reading, you're recently read, any 5 stars, those before, and then your tag list. So you can tag it with anything. My I gave up was my previous DNF, and then I have my LGBTQ plus shelf so that I can sort anything when I'm in a particularly gay mood or I'm making a gay video or when I'm in a bookshop and I want something gay. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Oh, look at this UI. God damn, is that not satisfying as all fuck? And then this to be read pile here shuffles. So it will always keep the books like, you know, in your mind. So you won't, you know, lose them at the bottom of your TBR shelf. So here I thought that my reading goals would have to be updated, but it imported that from Goodreads too. Okay, so this is the app setup. So you literally go to the Storygraph, click on the app, and it has instructions for iOS and for Android. So just scroll. So as you see, it said with Android, you literally just go up to the top, click the 3 little dotikins, and it'll come up with Add Storygraph to your home screen. So I got a bit confused here because I'm a bit of a noob, and then I saw the install app button and I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. So I clicked on it, and now the app is on your phone. So ta-da, here she is in all her glory. So you can scroll through. It has the same it works really well from platform to platform. So like phone, iPad, laptop, no problem. Recommendations are still there. Your to be read pile. I don't know why some of my covers didn't load for this recording. Sod's law, but it's okay. Then yeah, you go down to recently read. You can access everything just like you could before, with your goals at the bottom. So it just puts everything. You don't need to click other tabs. You literally just scroll down and all of your stuff pops up in a linear way, which is amazing. And then I sent a request because I couldn't find my DNF pile. So you just go into your read recently, and then right at the top there's a button that says books not finished. Now don't at me for the one that's at the top. And then yeah, these are all your DNFs. A little bit here that I wanted to discuss is just scrolling through, the content warnings. There is a content warning section for every book, and a section for the moods and percentages of those moods that people who have read it in the past have rated it as. So you can go through lovable characters, diverse characters, all of that kind of stuff, as well as serious trigger warnings. So you won't be startled by a book that has, you know, like an assault scene in it that you didn't expect, because that's something you're sensitive to. So I think this is the feature that really makes this stand out. And then it also has a list of books that are similar to that book, just in case you might want some more of that flavor. So yeah, another reason the Storygraph is fucking amazing. Well, wasn't that just a fucking delight? As you can see, and from my voiceover and from the pictures, I, number one, point on why I like Storygraph so much better than Goodreads is the user interface. Oh my God, it is so pretty. The way the books move when you put your mouse over them is satisfying as hell. I mean, please, Goodreads has been beige, old-fashioned, and cuck for the longest time, and the user interface is terrible. So just to see this user interface being so astronomically better from a small company is like 10 out of 10 in my books. For those of you who like to star rate your books, as you know, I don't star rate my books, but if you like star rating your books and you were pissed off that Goodreads doesn't do half stars and things like that, Storygraph's got you covered. Half stars all over the show. Another thing that I really enjoyed about that is that when you scroll to your, like, past your TBR section, your to be read shelf, as you were, it shuffles those, so random books will come up first every time you go on the app or go on the website, which means that those books are constantly circulating in your brain. So sometimes I find that I will save a book onto my Goodreads and I'll completely forget about it. This makes sure that you don't do that. So it constantly shuffles and I'm like, oh yeah, I should totally pick up Pet by Quakey and Maisie, you know? Something like that. So I really enjoyed that and it's very satisfying to look at. They also have a built-in recommendation section. So as you saw, you know, you set up your themes that you enjoy, you know, the genres you enjoy, etc., etc. But then as you put books onto your currently reading list, it looks at the different tags associated with that book and the different moods associated with that book. And it will tailor your recommendations according to what you happen to be reading at that time, which is awesome. It is so great. And it's so nice to have another way to find books that isn't just BookTube. I mean, BookTube is fantastic, obviously, but this could be a way to find like even more books that I like that are from a completely different source, which is absolutely top-notch. Speaking of top-notch, their customer service, guys, I have to tell you, oh my goodness, I am terrible. I hate asking or sending help requests on customer service websites because they're usually just so bad. They're so bad and they're so inefficient, and I just always find them lacking. So I couldn't find my DNF pile, so like books that I didn't read. It is under my tagged and I gave up, you know, with my LGBTQIA plus tag, which is a whole separate section. You can have tags for all kinds of different things and shuffle your books into different shelves if you need to, which is super useful, especially like if you're a creator and you are planning on making a video about, you know, LGBTQIA plus. So it makes that super easy for you. So I couldn't find my DNF pile. I popped them a message. Within a day, I had a message that had exactly, like, with screenshots of where to find it. I put that in my screen recording that you just saw. So it is so super thorough, and they were incredibly friendly. I got dealt with by a woman called Abby, and she said, any other customer service issues you have, just hit me up, it's no problem. And I was like, absolutely excellent. So yeah, Goodreads is gone from my phone. And on that point, if you like movies, if you didn't know, IMDb is also owned by Amazon. I know, sucky, but never fear, Cindy is here. I was watching this video with Cindy recently, and she recommended Letterboxd, which is a small New Zealand-based company which basically does exactly the same thing as IMDb, just with, yet again, a more attractive user interface, a more user-friendly user interface, and a small-owned company, and from a company that's not in freaking America. And like, I don't have anything against you guys, but seriously, like, it is okay for you to have companies that are actually like worldwide without it being based in a massive corporation. So my apps on my phone have gone from this to this. Oh, look at the difference. dated, old, really ugly. Ooh, pretty, sexy, minimalistic design. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. So, are you guys gonna make the switch to Storygraph? Do you also not like Amazon? Do you also think Eat the Rich is a good thing? Hit me up in the comments down below. My Storygraph link will be down there. Let's be friends. There's a community on there. We can have a chat. We can talk about books. It'll be freaking great. So until next time, be kind to people. Be kind to yourself. Wear a mask. And I'll check you then. Bye.